Okay, half wrap around the house. We're going to be raising a slab of cement. What you're going to need is that stuff, which is spray foam. Do not get the door and window stuff, it won't work. Acetone to clean up. Got some tools, just regular hand tools. You're going to need a cement bit. I think I went with 1/4 or 3/8 there with a hammer drill. I got some gloves. I got a little piece of carpet for my knees. That's basically it. We'll get down to business. Okay, we start by removing the caulk, and I would use one of these oscillating tools. Okay, you get the idea. I'll grab a screwdriver, pry it out of there. I'll come back once that's all done. All right, well, there's the waste. It looked like somebody tucked some rope in there to act as some sort of a stop so you don't have to pump 15 million gallons of your caulk in there. But we got some really angry ants that are stinging me. That's okay, their home will be gone once I get this whole thing all sealed up. But yeah, that's the waste right there. This is what I used. If you've never had the pleasure, this is really the second time I've used this Rockwell Sonic Crafter. What a little machine. Very, very nice, adjustable. Any tools that I'm using, I'll put down below to Amazon. But this is what I'm gonna fill. We'll actually raise the slab up with is just some fill and seal. And then of course to fill the crack, I just got some Loctite concrete self-leveling. And that will fill in that gap once I'm done. And I'm hoping there's not that much of a gap once this slab gets raised up. I'm not gonna step in them ants. Those things are mad. So yeah, I've got about maybe 1.5 inches over there. Maybe 1 inch over here. But we'll move on to the drill. That's what we gotta do next, is drill some holes. And this is what I'm gonna use to drill it with. I'm gonna start with almost exactly the right straw length, or excuse me, width. Check this out a second. You can see that that's pretty doggone close. Whether or not it needs to be that close, who knows? If not, then I'll just drill it out a little bigger. So I'm gonna, next step, drill some holes in that slab out there. Okay, we got pennies marked where we're gonna drill holes. One there, one there. We're just gonna drill 3 holes. Why? I don't know. That's just where I decided. So I'll show you. It's nice and breezy out today, so I'm not too concerned about silicosis of the lawn or the dust. This is the old Hog, very tough drill. I would not suggest getting a battery one. Battery hammer drill, don't do it. They suck. My experience anyways. Maybe there's a good one out there that I haven't tried, but my experience says don't do it. Go with corded if you can. Okay, that's in. So we're gonna drill our first one right there. Put on my hearing protection. Put my other glove on. And here we go. Somewhere in here should be good. There it is, the beautiful hole. So I'll drill 2 more, one there and one there. Also, you have to keep this in mind, is that when you raise that up, you're gonna have to monkey play grab ass with this slab here too a little bit, which is no big deal. We will if we have to. But that's another gig. So that's where we're at. We're at the drilling process right now. But the next step will be actually putting in some fill seal and raising that slab. That'll be at the next video. Okay, to give you an idea what I did here is I took the Honda, put a board with a couple of aluminum blocks that I used to use for machining, so that if I put too much foam in, it'll have a stop, a positive stop that will stop this from rising too far. Generally speaking, there's probably, I don't know, 5/8 of an inch between the surface right here to the actual surface in the garage. So I wanted to kind of maintain that. I didn't want to go too high. I also popped 2 more holes with that drill over there, just because I wanted to get closer to the outside, and then these will be these other 3 holes that I drilled yesterday or day before will act as fill, because you don't want to just have 2 little blobs of foam and then have all this area back here just a cavern of nothing, because you're going to drive over this. You don't want to smush the foam, which can happen. So you want to have adequate amount of foam. I've got the foam warming up in the sun. It was down to 50 degrees yesterday. So let me get my camera set up and we will start foam filling. Also, whatever you're wearing, realize that it's going to get ruined if you get foam on it. So just wear stuff that you don't mind getting foam on and ruining, because it will get ruined. Okay, we're going to fill the first front 2. We got these all uncapped and shaken up. So let's start by putting some foam in. Okay, let that sit a second.
All right, let that sit a second.
All right, you can see that we got foam coming up right there on my blocks, my parallel blocks that I made. That sucks, but that's where the foam decided to come out. So we're going to let that cure a minute. Nothing over here yet. Okay, so what I did right here is I made a mark with a Sharpie. See that? Just a mark. So I'd come back and test. I don't know if we're moving. You know, while you're doing this, your mind will play tricks on you. So we make a mark. And I can also see that it's starting to come up right there. Okay, what I want to do is I want to run a check on how my height is doing here. So yeah, we're moving. So see the old mark? Let me show you. See the old mark? I'll put a new mark. See that line just got thicker, doubled the line. We moved about a 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch. So that's good news, right? It's kind of what we're making this big mess for. So we'll continue. Okay, that one looks like it's dead. Pull it out. Okay, that straw is definitely stuck. So we'll run the drill back down there. All right, in theory, we should be able to get a little bit of foam down those. Okay, you can see that it's coming out of that hole right there, which means it's working its way from here. Kind of cleaned up a little bit. I'm gonna squirt one more can down there, then we're gonna give it, a half hour or so to finish curing enough where we won't have these blowouts. Ooh, that's still really wet. Okay, let's see what we got. So I went and grabbed some more of the stuff, foam, and I moved to a longer drill bit because usually when it sets up, you have to break through the foam that you just put down that started to cure. So here we are. So I drilled out the hole. I went with a super duper long drill bit. Let's see what we can do here. making a mess here. That wasn't tight. There we go. Let's wipe that off, or I'm gonna wear it. Okay. See what we can do. Ooh. All right, that obviously needs to sit for a second. Let's see what happens over here. This one I drilled with the small drill bit that I had on the drill previously. So let's see if we can get anything out of that, or if not, if we have to drill it with the other drill bit. And a straw does not want to go in there. I think that I'm going to have to re-drill this one too. Well, go to show what I know. Okay, we're going to let that sit for a second. Set up a little bit. Let's see if we can do anything over here, if it's going to still spit out at us. All right, let's see what happens. Oh yeah, it's still going to spit out at me. Okay, I'm just going to keep working this stuff back and forth. I'll come back when we're a little further along. Came out really good. We're all done. As done as I'm going to get. This actual piece of cement is dog-bellied right here, so it's never going to be right, but it's pretty good over here and really good over here. And it's as high as I can go without really having to monkey with this sidewalk, which I really don't want to do. So there's a little bit of a transition, a little bit of a bump there, but not bad. The main point of contention with this whole job was blowouts. We had a bunch of foam shoot through here, and it was this transition between the cement and the dirt. It just came out there. You have to wait a half hour, spray foam. It'll come out, let it set up a little bit, and you come right behind it, put more foam, and it'll continue the lifting process. Bunch of blowouts in this crack right here between the cement slab that goes into the garage and this little slab here. But I spent about 10 minutes scraping with a shovel, swept it all up, and it came out really nice. I went through 26 cans of the foam. I've got the acetone. I've got my tools sitting in the acetone. Tomorrow or the next nice day, I'll come in behind there with the caulk and caulk it with the self-leveling cement caulk. Other than that, it's a real easy job. Took about 5 hours, 110 bucks. But man, did it come out nice. I don't know what a professional will charge to do it, but I bet it ain't 100 bucks. Of course, time isn't free, but I enjoy doing it. So I'll do it again if I have to. This is Hap for Hap Around the House. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. And any tools that you see, there'll be a link to Amazon below. You can check them out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.